All right, guys, welcome back over here to the ALGS channel. Today's video is going to be a little bit of a deep dive and a hot topic discussion. I'm very interested in this because I really wanted to see what you guys had to say on this as well. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new as always. With the LAN event coming up in London February the 2nd through February the 5th, well, no better time than right now to click that red button, get all of the updates that you need as far as the Apex Legends competitive scene goes. Now, first thing that I wanted to mention here, Genburten, the former world champion in ALGS Year 2, did post this. It's a little bit of a side note that he went to urgent care in Austin, Texas. I'm not really sure exactly what was going on, nor how concerning this could actually be. He was kind of throwing some jokes here in the comments. You know, doctor measured me at 5'11". I guess Grayson Allen was right, and with some laughing emoji. So I would imagine that hopefully everything is all good. You know, Genburten didn't get into any kind of a crazy accident. At least I have not seen any of those updates as far as I'm recording at the time right now. But nonetheless, he did go to urgent care. So I would imagine it's obviously not just a former doctor checkup as well. So hopefully everything is all right. Hopefully the world champ is still doing good. Now, moving on to the big topic from the day. Thank you to Zuma for tagging me in this over on Twitter. Cutnoid made this actual post today about ImperialHal and Snip3down and their different perspective and different opinion on one of the biggest topics of discussion in all of Apex esports, because it is in it's in shambles right now. There's a little bit of a hot topic because it is in a little bit of a shambles right now. I mean, people are really worried about the state of Apex esports. I think as far as the competitive nature goes and the views go, it's all right for now, but there are some really big organizations that have been leaving that we've been covering in the past couple of days. So Cutnoid said, why are tier 1 orgs leaving Apex Legends? ImperialHal has one perspective. Former teammate Snip3down has an entirely different perspective. ImperialHal puts it mostly on team performance, and Snip3down says that orgs need a return on their investment and that ALGS just simply does not offer that. I think both are true, but take a look at what ImperialHal had to say first compared to what Snip3down had to say next.
It's literally just the team just doesn't perform. I literally do not buy the stupid yeah, EA is not supporting the orgs that much, but these orgs are funding so much money into other games that it makes Apex look like nothing. Be like, oh, EA is not supporting the orgs, bro, come on. No, I literally never buy. It's the same thing with the C9 shit. I don't buy any of that bullshit.
What about Liquid though?
Liquid just made a huge mistake with investing in way too much money in League and just not even calling for a world championship.
Orgs leaving and orgs joining is not a 50-50 exchange. It is worse when tier 1 orgs leave because they see a financial unsustainable product that will not net them any ROI on what they're investing to pay for player salaries. And when tier 1 orgs are leaving, that means that they are seeing something that non-tier 1 orgs aren't, but most non-tier 1 orgs are not looking to make an ROI right away. They're mostly trying to just be seen with the big guns like the TSMs and the phases and all these other ones. They're just looking to be in the picture as much, more so than getting a return, where orgs like G2, Liquid, and C9 don't need to be seen because they're already a big enough org.
So as you guys can tell, once again, kind of the same topic, but a little bit of a different perspective. The reason that I think both of these are actually true is because we know if G2, if Team Liquid, and obviously if Cloud9 had won Year 2 ALGS World Championship, or if they were currently just at the tippity top of their game and playing absolutely phenomenal, they would not have dropped their roster. They would not be leaving on all of this esports scene. Like ImperialHal is partially correct. If these teams were having better performance, of course, they would not be leaving the scene. However, you know, when you compare this to most esports, I feel like most esports you can kind of get by with a decent return on your investment, even if you're not winning every single championship. If you're just placing decent, which in my opinion, not qualifying for the LAN, but still remaining in Pro League is not the end of the world. I think it's a decent placement. Of course, it could have been better, but you have so many stacked teams in that, and I don't feel like that's the end of the world. And they still were qualified for Pro League. I feel like most teams could probably get the return on investment back on that, but it just simply is just not happening. And I understand why both guys had a different perspective here and why they both wanted to take it a little bit of a different direction. But why are tier 1 orgs leaving in Apex? Well, you saw it. The CEO has one thing to say, and it's team performance. Snip3down saying it's simply EA's fault, I guess, because the scene is just not profitable for many of these teams to remain. Also wanted to mention here, because that actually might be true. EA might not be looking so hot when it comes to the Apex esports. We know that they're racking in the cash. They have nothing wrong as far as the money goes, but they do have a problem with paying their teams out on time. This was coming from Waltzy right now on Moist Esports. I covered this yesterday on the main channel, but I wanted to bring it over here because obviously this is ALGS specific news and I thought it was big enough to talk about over there as well. But he's actually said that he's about to start playing in London for ALGS Year 3 Split 1 playoffs before he even gets paid for ALGS Year 2 World Championship that happened in Raleigh. That is absolutely crazy, and I don't really know why EA is taking so long to pay all of these people that played in Year 2 World Championship. And I really want to know, did teams like TSM already get paid? Are your bigger guys already getting paid first? And I would not imagine that they are, because when you look at Team Moist, Moist Critical is a very, very big content creator, though he doesn't play Apex Legends specifically. I really think he would have a big platform as well, so I don't really see them playing any kind of favoritism with ImperialHal versus like Moist or anything like that. I just cannot believe that these guys have still not been paid for Year 2 already. Now, also, last thing that I want to mention, despite all of the controversy in Apex Legends and the state of the game and the state of esports, we are still looking pretty good. This is actually a little bit of a different stat that I did not show yesterday, but the most watched Twitch streamers in 2022 from the USA, when you look at this right here, most of these guys are just really popular variety streamers. But one thing I did want to know is 2 of the guys, Nick Mercs and ImperialHal, are specifically Apex Legends esports streamers. Yeah, I just thought that was really interesting because I did not really notice anybody that was in the top that was currently like a competitive player in any esport right now other than Nick Mercs and ImperialHal. And by the way, both of those happen to be over in the Apex Legends scene. I think Tarek actually was former, but I think he's currently a content creator right now for Team Sentinels. And all these other guys, for the most part, I'm pretty sure are just kind of variety. And I thought it was pretty good to see nonetheless. So let me know what you guys are thinking down in the comment section below. Leave a like on the video if you guys did enjoy. I think this obviously shows Apex Legends esports has so much potential. It's unbelievable. It really just needs to be cultivated to its fullest potential. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care of yourselves. And until next time, I'll see you later, Gators.